Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Connor and Cox. Today we're going to be talking about my initial thoughts on Call of Duty Ghosts. Um, I guess we'll start with the campaign first. The campaign is forgettable. Um, if you've been watching our Let's Play of Call of Duty Ghosts, you'll see that the story is not very strong at all. It's essentially just an Expendables type story in which you play as one of a bunch of super awesome military men who go around solving problems. Um, the only thing that is worth it really is the ending. It had a really good ending, but apart from that, the story wasn't memorable at all. And the fact is, I'll probably forget the plot in a month or so. The multiplayer. Um, the multiplayer is exactly the same as it always has been. They haven't added anything new or added anything special. It's exactly the same. Well, they have added new things. Like they've added a few new kill streaks, new weapons. Like that's normal with the release of each Call of Duty game. But in terms of features, they haven't really added much. They've added a slide mechanic, Levolution, which really doesn't impact the game that much when it comes to comparing it to Battlefield, and they've added squads, which doesn't really do much for me. I mean, it's essentially just basic customization: a head, a body, and whether you're male or female, and your skin color. Um, Females, I guess that's a thing. Finally, Extinction. Um, that's probably the best part of this Call of Duty, if I have to say. Um, uh, yeah, it's exactly like zombies, except you don't get to sit in a room and have your own freedom to do what you want. Instead, the game forces you to complete objectives by traveling around and destroying hives. Yes, it seems I mentioned that it was a good example because it forces you to do these things, and I stand by that. It is a good thing. However, my friend Jack Coxman, he also brought it to my attention that it removes the freedom, which I hadn't really thought of. It takes away your freedom, saying, "Well, I can do this, then I can do this, then I can do this, then I can do this, and I'll be set for 30 waves or so." However, now it says you have to do this, and you have to do this, then you have to do this one and this one, which isn't really good when you think about it. I mean, in terms of like a horde based game, it's not really good. I mean, I haven't completed it. I think the only time I've played it is once when I didn't do the recording. But apart from that, there's nothing really different. It's essentially the same as zombies, if not slightly worse in some cases, and if not slightly better in some cases. They don't really do too much to change apart from the fact that there are classes now, which there are different types of aliens. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say on Call of Duty Ghost. That's my final thoughts. I'd probably give it a 5, 6 out of 10. Campaign, mindless fun, good for just powering through it, getting some spare achievements or trophies, but nothing really worth playing. I think they ruined it themselves when they decided to go with a new universe and scrap their old characters. Sure, the storyline was technically over with like Captain Price and everything, but at least then they would have an established storyline. Creating a new story really didn't work very well for them, and I think that stands out. And the story in particular has suffered because of it. The multiplayer, not really anything different. In fact, if you compare it to Black Ops 2, they seem to have removed some aspects from the game. Like there are no things for finding best matches or custom matches. It's just find a game. It seems as if Infinity Ward just didn't put in as much effort in the multiplayer as Treyarch did. Whether this is because they have a new team, as it were, because a lot of Infinity Ward left due to the the founders leaving to go on and make Titanfall. I'm not sure, but it seems there are a lot of little things which they added into Modern Warfare 3 to make it interesting, but there were also a lot of little things which they left out, which has caused the game to suffer. So yeah, I guess this has been my random rant of Connor and Cox. I'd give it a 5.5 out of 10 probably. Maybe worth renting, playing with your friends once in a while, but I really wouldn't recommend buying it. There's nothing really spectacular about it. It's the same old Call of Duty. The color palette is grey, and that's about it. I think there's white once in a while, maybe a bit of yellow, but mainly it's grey. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching Connor and Cox. Hope you enjoyed the video. I figured I'd just put up like a really quick rant video giving my final thoughts on Call of Duty and whether or not to buy it. Mainly unedited. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and I just felt like doing something before I went to bed. But yeah guys, thanks for watching Connor and Cox. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Connor, and I'm out.